A big, warm, and wonderful hello to all of our friends in Libra for this, your September 2020 tarot reading. That's right, tarot reading for sign of Libra, sun, moon, and rising in the month of September. Okay, Virgo season is brought to you by the good people at Time Goes On Forever Incorporated. So, what are you going to do with your life? Maybe purposefulness is at the front of mind for some of our Libra friends. What to do? When is that life change? When I initiate that life change, how's it going to roll? Big changes for our Libra friends. You guys have been kind of hungry and active in the area of tarot, and I want to thank you for joining me and coming out here today. Okay, I think your cards are ready to go. So, once again, bottom of the deck. Overall, you got a high priestess down there. So, this is about revelations. This is about wanting to find out for sure. Okay? Things might have been feeling stagnant for you lately, Libra. Might feel like nothing. Oh yeah, and you're probably feeling the brunt of some of like the societal issues. We've got the injustice card up here. Look at big changes, and it's funny because they're all coming up reversed. Major Arcana. You've now got the Star, the Justice, the Chariot card, all come up in reverse. So, if you're feeling stuck, if you feel like you just can't go one way or the other, right? Until either like resources clear up, maybe certain things need to be tackled before you can become a little bit more upwardly mobile or ready to appreciate life with all of the opportunity you have. And if it's feeling like a lack of opportunity, this comes up in your creative center. This means for some of our Libra friends, they're getting stuck in. They're going to have to dig in deep. They're wanting to initiate positive change in their life. And they're doing so amidst of time of, just a crazy year in 2020. But if they're willing to put in the work, okay, Libra friends, if you're willing to do the work, it's not as though you're going to have to do that work forever. The workload becomes lighter. The more you do it, the more it becomes settled in and the easier it seems. So for our Libra friends out there, where I feel just in the mundane life, if you're really struggling to maybe just have the motivation to be inspired enough even to like go to work or to, come to those points of the times of the day where you sit back and you realize that there's purpose behind what you're doing. Because if there's not, if you're just doing it, if you're just selling your time for money through a salary, or if you're only looking to do that in terms of opportunity for our Libra friends that are unemployed, that can't work. That's going to require like path changes, because the happiness and the satisfaction, the fulfillment being, recognizable, they need to be recognized and appreciated each and every day. And if like a work type life is draining from that, it may be time for you to actually like break through any kind of fear that you're having, any kind of anger. Even I feel, Libra, if you're feeling any kind of anger, you have to remember that a lot of this is not on you, but what's on you is a way to perceive it, understand it, balance it fairly, and then design a way out for yourself. Because let's face it, the other 11 signs, they're counting on you to figure it out, right? In all balance, order and chaos, love and war, all that, right? The binary things in life, okay, with those chariot. It's like the two horses want to run the opposite way. Okay, so these are big changes, and it's like the sea is rocky for you. Like when the boat is a-rocking, don't come knocking. But you know what? 10 of Wands up here in the heart. Some of you, if you're feeling like a heavy heart, maybe you've been carrying some kind of guilt from a truth that needs to come out, or just something, about being able to express or exercise or lay the weight of the world off your shoulders for a little while. It's the direct message of the 10 of Wands, right? It does. It's a hard-hitting, it's a heavy-feeling energy. Perhaps some of you are just perceiving like things are so far beyond your control, and you get a sense, well, I got to wait for these things to happen before, I'm willing and ready to make a move. And that can be counterproductive at times as well, Libra. But with the 10 of Wands there, know that big change. Know that inspiration is right around the corner. If you can put that idea in your heart, where we go from like a 10 of Wands back to an Ace of Wands and the cycle begins again. If you can put those Ace of Wands, those creative, those inspirational thoughts, and it ties back to life purpose. Where the heck are we going, Libra? The chariot's all up amiss. It's upside down. It's flipped over. But you know what? If you get stuck in, you get it up and running again. It's going to take a little work at the very beginning, but then things will begin to get easier for you, I feel. We've got 7 of Cups up here alongside the Magician. and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, so for some of our Libra friends, definitely feeling trapped in the entire situation. So, it always, it begins at the end of our nose, and that's the real world. So if there's something out there that's not floating, or if you've given something like complete dominion over your situation, maybe not over your heart, not over yourself, but if something beyond your control is controlling your environment, right, beyond the tip of your nose, and you feel like you can't do anything about it, it's time to invite in consultation. It's time to get the resources and tools that you need, right? Because there might have been a lack of that. Maybe part of you in a dream or apathetic type way have just sort of let this go for too long. And I don't mean to be too hard on you, Libra friends, but you're going through a tough time, as are some of the signs this September, because September is really kind of like that time of abundance and bounty and generosity and all that stuff. And if you don't feel like you're in a place where that can just happen freely and allow you to feel liberated and happy because you're so busy getting after something which may be driving you away from your life purpose, that's a hard place to be. And this isn't for all our Libra friends. Let's face it, we get like 50 views on a video, so they're definitely speaking to someone out there, and that's perfectly fine for some of these cards. Let's round out our pyramid, our chakra pyramid here. We've got number 13 major arcana, the Death card, and the Wheel of Fortune. So look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana now. Things are finally starting to come up, right? The change. Anytime you become born anew, that Ace of Wands in the mind that I was talking about, when you put that feeling in your heart, what's going to come through in the mind is going to be like the death of old perceptions, the death of old ways, the death of all these things that didn't help us along the way, Libra, the death of old attitudes, beliefs, and conditioned thoughts that were held tight, and things really will change. It's the really willy wheel of fortune, and things do change. Trust me, you just got to be ready to get rid of that lump in your throat, step up and spin the wheel, and you have to trust on the other end it's going to be fine, because and in the overall goal, in the journey where we're pursuing this happiness and this purposeness, that knowingness, having the faith in the process, having to trust in that which is on the other side that can't be seen, that is like that's like initiation from spirit to be pass this test. So I want for our younger Libras out there, just be willing to be inspired and to be yourself. Okay, and what's coming in from the universe as a source? The moon. Okay, for those of our Libra friends that are ready to work hard and ready to give it their all, by the new moon, when things really begin again, when things really get initiated in for you again, and things are changing for you over the long term and as well over the short term, and the moon is there to remind us and remind you of that, because it's like you can mark it on your calendar, Libra. Since the day I, stopped doing this, or since the day I stopped believing that, and you can begin to mark those progresses if you want to, but you'll see them as quickly as, 3 weeks have come and gone, and 2020 will soon be behind us. There's a lot going on in the stars and the planets this month, but stay centered, stay grounded, be you. The air signs are really needing grounding. I'll hop off my soapbox, but always a pleasure to read for you, Libra. Lots of love, and we'll see you all again really soon. Infinite blessings, everyone. Namaste.